once again, I just needed somebody to talk to, and I was able to talk to my mom, which was great this morning. Because I woke up in a tizzy. Like last night, I went to bed not in a tizzy, but when I laid down, I was in a tizzy. And so this morning, I woke up and I had similar thoughts to when I went to bed last night, and I just didn't know how to deal with them. You know, I prayed and I asked God, like, why does this still happen? Sometimes I feel like it's similar to when you ask for patience or wisdom. Like for patience in general, like you're praying, you're like, God, I just wish I had more patience, or God, please give me more patience. Strengthen my patience, however you want to put it, and all of a sudden you get an ADHD kid or some type of crazy energetic person in your life, or some testy person that's just like testing your patience. And in a way, it's strengthening your patience because it's practice, right? So that's me being optimistic about like why I'm human and have these things. I got a nosebleed. I didn't have a tampon. Those work really good for bleeding apparently. But I just feel like these things reoccur to me, one, because I'm human, but two, because it's like me being strengthened. And I'm looking at it like I feel super weak when these things happen. Like I should have already gotten rid of this problem in my head. You know, I've addressed it, and I really thought that I shouldn't have these like negative, irrational thoughts about people that have honestly done me no harm. Not intentionally. And even if it was intentionally, I have to choose to forgive them and get over it. The getting over it is not a quick task. I will say that it's not easy, but at the same time, what can I gain from the negativity, which is nothing? You know, it really only brings negative. And I know two negatives equal a positive as far as like math is concerned. Two negatives is like an eye for an eye. It makes the whole world blind. And so I try not to allow that to affect other people, but I just really wish I had someone to talk to about some of the things that go on in my life, because I have to hold it in, and holding it in does not help me. I think it makes me worse, but I have no pressure release valve. Like, I use work as a distraction sometimes, but that doesn't solve my problems. That doesn't even deal with my problems. I have to deal with issues in my life. And I know that's like a personal thing, but sometimes I need to like reflect things off other people. Because if I'm only doing it to myself, I'm going to self-destruct. I really am. And it scares me sometimes. Because I just don't want to do or say something that is based off some type of immediate emotional response. You know, it's different if I'm at like Chinese buffet or a donut shop and I can be impulsive and it's really productive as far as, ooh, look at all these options. Life is like a box of chocolates. I'm just going to pick one. But when it comes to like my emotions and trying to deal with them, I can't just let that stuff spew out at people. And so it would just be really nice to have somebody to talk to get it off my chest. Because you can't talk to the people, I'm kind of being sarcastic, you can't talk to the people that your emotions are geared towards. And, you know, it seems like everybody wants to call me, and I just hung up on somebody right there. So everybody wants to call me and tell me about what's going on in their lives. I don't get anybody to tell what's going on in my life. I'm getting to a point where I'm afraid. I'm afraid for myself. It's not that I want to do something bad to myself or anything like that. It's not like I want to use drugs or anything. That's not a solution. That's a problem. I just don't know how much more I can handle sometimes. Like, I have my own stuff that I've just had to hold in, and then sometimes I get to like hold it in so much that I just can't hold it in anymore, and it'll come out very emotionally, and the people I'm around will be like, oh, I didn't know that was going on in your life, or I didn't know that's how you felt, or I didn't know you were going through that. Cool, because I know everything you're going through, because you tell me. Maybe I'm being too selfish. But is it really that selfish to just want to like be listened to? And I know God is the one that'll listen to me. If people were going to pray, I'd pray that they ask God to provide somebody in my life that would be able to be there to listen. Maybe I'll have to pay and go to a counselor. I shouldn't have to do that, but if that's what I have to do, I will.